Okay, as you can see, I have 8 letters of the English alphabet. And this will be an experiment in drawing on the powers of the universe to guide us in the message that it may have for us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just gather up these 8 cards. Now, since we both saw the cards, why don't we give it a little bit of mix before we do anything else? Okay, so you can tell me when to stop doing this actually. Stop there? Okay, that's just fine. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spell out 2 words. The first one is stable. S-T-A-B-L-E. Drop the rest on top. And the second word is genius. G-E-N-I-U-S. Okay, stable genius. And now at this point, we're going to invoke the powers of the universe to help us randomize these cards in a fashion that might communicate something important to us. Okay? In fact, you can even play a part in this because the fact is you and I are actually part of the universe. How should I stack these? Left on right? Okay, very good. We can also do into 4 piles if you would like. Well, it might be good to do to clearly get a message here. How would you like these stacked? Right to left, left to right? Right to left. Okay, very good. Why don't we do an up jog? It's kind of a fun way to rearrange cards, and here we're rearranging letters of the alphabet. How would you like these stacked? Right on left? Okay. Another great way to mix cards is something called the mange over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And then maybe just a couple of more, a very powerful mixing procedure that will virtually always destroy anything interesting about the packet is the Australian down, under shuffle. So I'm just going down, under, down, under, down. Last one on top. Okay, and then maybe we'll finish with a classic. It's called the Klondike Shuffle. This is where you take the top and bottom cards off as one. In fact, we can do as many of these as you would like. So I want you to dig deep in your soul. Are you content with performing this once, or do we need to perform it more times to get a clear signal from the beyond to help us? You want one more? Klondike. Okay, that's fine. We can do one more if you like. So top and bottom off is 1. By the way, would you like to do any of the other mixing that I showed you? You're content? Okay. And so at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to spell our special words one more time. Stable was the first one, S-T-A-B-L-E. And I believe the second one was genius. G-E-N-I-U-S, stable genius. Okay, so where did that bring us? So I'm going to deal 1 card to you, 1 to me. Okay, now our individual goals or challenges will be to try to come up with an English word based on the 4 letters that we were randomly given. So if you think about it, the chances of being able to spell any word from the 4 random letters that we started with is highly unlikely. So let's see what letters you were given. So B, E, Y, R. Okay, kind of interesting. And then what letters was I given? B, U, M, D. Bummed. Bummed? That's not a word, is it? I don't think so. Okay, so what word do you think the universe is trying to communicate here to us? In fact, is there any word in the English language? Let's see. I'll try to help you here, but can you see a way to spell a word in English from those 4 letters? What's that? Just switch the Y and the R? Okay, I can do that. Oh, of course. Very, very. Okay. I'm not sure why I was kind of slow off the mark in seeing that, but you did. Excellent work. Okay, so what does this spell here? B-U-M-D, M-U-B-D, U-M-D-B. Can you see a word that might spell? Well, why don't we switch these 2, and then maybe these 2 as well. Wait a second, that's not helping us whatsoever. Boy, I'm having a hard time coming up with an English word that uses these 4 letters. I mean, there's got to be several. Well, certainly the M shouldn't be here. It's just not working in terms of a vowel. M next to a D, I've never seen that happen before. But I'm really not sure what the other word spells here. But it is meant to be a message from the beyond. Okay, well, I'll leave it to you to try to figure out what in the world this second word is and how it relates to a stable genius. Those were the special words that we dealt out. So we'll call this a partial win because of you. You spelled a word, and kind of a fail in my case. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.